Alright, hey guys, what's up? It's Jim Paris. So yet again, we're going to cover today part 2 of 2 of the S version of your money making formula. Now again, you can see exactly why I have II.m4v on my team. His excitement caps everybody off. Remember when you first saw the video, number 3, we wanted you to get excited. If you can just get as excited as Tim is, you'll have success just on that alone. But we're going to go back. He recovered the 5 areas that we talked about: the company, the need, the product, the compensation, and the timing. So part 2 of 2, we're going to break it down. I know this is going to be a lot of information, so if you grab a pen and paper, you're probably going to need to take some notes. You can watch the video again as many times. That's why we do video. But basically, our service, part 1, is the justice system. You know, we talk about how justice system is not black or white, but it's green. It's true. The average cost of a lawyer is $250 an hour, when you know, not too many people can afford that when they're barely making $25 an hour now. So let's go over exactly what we cover. All right, and this is very unique. This is nobody else has this kind of opportunity. So we're going to go into the coverages. All right, so the first area that we're going to hit is the preventative legal coverage. All right, basically, if you have homeowners insurance, which most of us have, you have to have a fire in the house, you have to have a flood, I don't know, a tree falls in, you know, nothing good that you want to use it. Car insurance, you have to get in an accident, you don't want to have to use that, but you have it. This is something you're going to want to use right away, okay? A couple areas that preventative hits. You get a will for you and your spouse, all right? Basically, everybody needs a will. 7 out of 10 people don't have it because it's expensive. If you were to just get a will, the average cost of a will is anywhere from $500 to $1,000. Nobody has it because it's too expensive. With our service, you get that complimentary, you and your spouse, and you can renew it each year for only 20 bucks. Fantastic. Part number 2, and this is great. This is where you want to be proactive, okay? You get unlimited number of phone consultations for legal advice for free. There are a lot of lawyers out there that charge just for the advice alone and the consultation. But with us, you can call them as many times about anything you want. As long as, you know, if you think it's a legal matter, call them. I don't care how stupid it is. Me personally, the first week I got it, I called them with 8 different legal matters that I had that I thought and needed advice on. And I had 8 different lawyers call me back and give me exactly advice and suggestions on how to handle it. Next part, okay? If the lawyer deems it necessary, they will write a letter or make a phone call on your behalf. Basically, if you have an issue that they think they can resolve, they'll send a letter to the company or make a phone call. And I'm telling you this right now, if that company hears from a lawyer that represents a major law firm that we represent, they're going to take action a little bit more than just hearing you blabber off and tell them how angry you are with their company. All right. Part of preventative is document review. A lot of us, they say the quote is, the bold print giveth and the fine print taketh away. So when you read and write a document or want to sign it, before you sign anything, send it to your lawyer. Your lawyer will read and give you advice on up to 10 pages of the document for free. I actually have a buddy who's going to be getting the service shortly here. He is a model / actor. He's signing contracts constantly, and he wants to get them taken care of by a lawyer, but it's too expensive. With this, he can have every contract read by the lawyer and approved, and tell him what he needs to be aware of. All right. Also, if you sign a contract for a phone, you want to read that. Everybody signs a contract with either Verizon, Sprint, T-Mobile, wherever you have to sign a contract. Get it approved by your lawyer first. Have them read it over. All right, so that's preventative. The next part, and this is my favorite part, so I'm going to put a big frickin' circle around this one. Motor vehicle. God, how I wish I had this service when I first started driving between the ages of 16 and 20. Back then, man, I was reckless. I'm still a little bit heavy on the foot, but back then, man, I just loved to go fast, and I was in court nonstop for speeding tickets and moving violations. And what does everybody's friends tell you when you go to court? What's the best defense? Go and hope the cop doesn't show up, right? Never worked for me. I even tried postponing court dates so the cop wouldn't show up. Never worked. I always got points. They might have lowered the fines 1 or 2 times, but I always got points. My insurance always went up. It's a little ridiculous. the beautiful part about your motor vehicle coverage, okay, you don't ever have to go to court again for a basic moving violation, speeding, illegal U-turn, illegal lane change, tailgating, or running a red light. You don't have to go to court. And the wonderful thing is, a lawyer will represent you in the state that you got the ticket. So even if, let's say I live in Maryland, if I went to California and I got caught speeding out there, came back to Maryland, and my court date's 2 months later, I don't have to go all the way to California, and I don't have to just say I'm going to pay the ticket because I don't want to go out there. I can actually say, hey lawyer, here's my driving record, go out and represent me. It's a beautiful thing, saves you so much time, so much hassle. We actually made a whole video on just motor vehicle coverage alone because it's so important. So that's fantastic area coverage, my favorite. Third, trial defense. Alright, me personally, I've never, well, no, actually, I use this one myself. A lot of us never think we're going to get sued or be in a lawsuit, but what I've heard from a lot of people is we don't call it USA. A lot of people are calling it SUSA because everybody is suing everybody for every little silly thing. Whether you're in a car accident, where it's a landlord-tenant, whether, I don't know if you all remember this situation probably about 10 years ago, a lady sued a McDonald's because she spilled hot coffee on her lap. Are you kidding me? It's coffee. But SUSA, trial defense, your first year, you're going to get 75 free hours if someone decides to sue you. Represent 75 hours. If you do the math, $250 an hour, that's what, almost $15,000 worth of coverage for your first year? Is it worth it? I'd say so. My personal experience with this, I had an old friend of mine moved in, lived with us, okay, and he just decided up and leave, stop paying rent, stop paying us for all the things, and he left his stuff there. We asked him to come get it, he never did, so we're getting ready to get rid of it. Anyways, bottom line is, he decided he wanted to try to sue us, he threatened to sue us, and I said, you know what, go ahead, I already contacted my lawyer, and we're ready when you're ready to go to court. I never heard from him again. It's called flexing your legal muscle right there, baby. It's a lot stronger than what I had before. So, SUSA, 75 hours your first free year. And then if you go, each year it's going to increase up to 5 years. You're going to have over 300 hours of trial defense. If you get in that situation, man, you have the coverage, but God forbid, I don't even want to know what you did to get there. Next, your IRS audit services. Alright, tax time. Tax season is a little iffy for a lot of people, but it's we know the government wants to take your money, and this is a cool little acronym I found. The IRS, Internal Revenue Services, if you actually look at it like this, the IRS is not yours, but it's theirs. Alright, that is one of the funniest things I heard when someone pointed it out to me. But you don't want to get audited. We'll give you 50 hours of audit coverage. That way you don't have to worry about it and make sure you're legit. Last but not least, let me point this out. Anything we're not covered in the first 4 areas, whether it be other criminal, divorce, and motor vehicle, DUIs are not covered because we're not here to help bad people keep doing bad things, but to prevent good people from getting wronged. So in anything else, DUIs, divorce court, God forbid you're in a real rough situation, you want to hold up a 7-Eleven or something, I don't know, and you need a lawyer, you're going to get 25% off the lawyer rate. Alright? That is not about how much money you have, it's about how much money you keep in your pocket. So saving 25% off of anything else, fantastic. So there you go. I know it's a lot of information. Play it back, rewind it, and review it as much as necessary. And we're actually going to get into one more area of this in the next video, and it'll be real brief, I promise. But again, check it out. I mean, you can't beat that. It's great coverage. We'll see you next video, guys.